Hello everybody, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode of my Musical Moments series. Today, these are Bruce's latest favorite moments in classical music. These aren't exactly just things from this week or even this month. Some of them are a little bit older, but moments that I've run across in Facebook or Instagram or other places on YouTube. And maybe I think, I'd like to share that with people, or these performances stay with me for one reason or another. So without further ado, let's get started. That's right, welcome back. Bruce Anthony Kiesling here, and thanks for joining me. We have our little countdown today, so let's start without further ado. Number 5. So the first one on my list is actually something that I ran across yesterday. In fact, I was just scrolling through Facebook and this particular link came up and it really grabbed my attention. It's one of my favorite pieces, Beethoven's Piano Concerto No. 2, and it's the finale, and it kind of has this folk music influence, so it's kind of earthy and very exciting, kind of into the strings, and I could tell right away just from the video that the string players were really digging into it. But then there was this beautiful little moment where the soloist, one of my favorite pianists, at times I might say my favorite pianist in the world, this is Martha Argerich, and she's playing, and there's this little quiet moment in a movement that's really heavy and sort of into the keys, into the strings, but there's this little elegant moment that she has, and this little smile creeps across her face right there. And it kind of brought a smile to my face, and you could see her enjoying that little detail, that little moment. The whole performance is wonderful. There's a link to it down below in the comments, as well as right up there. If you click there, it'll take you over to that video. You can take a look, then come back and do our next one. So let's continue. This is number 4. This is something I ran across maybe a year ago, but again, just an incredible performance. This is in the opera world. This was a performance of Daughter of the Regiment. At the Metropolitan Opera in New York, rarely does an artist do an encore. That's really quite rare at that particular institution. So if an artist does that, it is huge news. So during a performance of Daughter of the Regiment, there is an incredibly famous aria in this called Mes Ami, and it's best known because the tenor sings 9 high C's in this. So obviously an incredibly high note, and to really be able to manage that brilliantly is quite rare. And there's this performance, and what I love about the video that I'm linking is it starts right at the end of the aria. So he's just finished it, and there's this pause, this pregnant pause. It's like, oh my gosh, is there going to be an encore? And you can hear the commentators who are commentating for the radio broadcast. They're like, there might be an encore. And there's this, we're waiting. And then the orchestra starts up again, and you hear him go through it again. It is unbelievable singing, incredibly exciting, and something not to
There's just something about the pyrotechnics and all of that aria that sets the audience off. It almost demands an encore, doesn't it?
And Antonio is standing center stage.
So again, link below, link right there. Take a look at it, go, come back, or wait till the end, go, and then come back. But take a listen to it. It's not a long piece at all. But boy, unbelievable singing, and just the anticipation of that encore, so beautifully captured in that link. And moving on. For number 3, we're actually staying in the world of opera with this unbelievable soprano performance. This is probably the most famous soprano soloist in the world right now, Damrau. She is off the hook. And she did this great album a couple of years ago of music of Salieri and Mozart on the same album with great orchestra. And what I love about this link, if you click on it, you'll see, the video quality, I admit, is not that great, but her singing is incredible. And it's kind of this weird amalgam the way the video comes together. So the first part of it, you're actually hearing music of Salieri, and then it cuts to the Queen of the Night aria. So you hear both these incredible moments, right? And early on, listen to this sweet moment in her voice. Just listen to this right here. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Just the way she maneuvers that in this gorgeous, supple, sweet, beautiful sound. And then, of course, as you can imagine, we get to the Queen of the Night. She does her incredibly high Fs, the things that are off the hook. She manages those too. Just unbelievable singing. She is off the hook. So check that out. Apologize for the video quality. I couldn't find a better video version of it, but the singing is great. And if you go to the very end of the video, one of my favorite moments, she finishes, there's silence, and the orchestra starts applauding for her. That's really special. So now we move back to the world of more traditional orchestral music for number 2. If you know me and have ever been to my performances, you're not going to be the least bit surprised that I love this. This is a performance of Scheherazade, one of my favorite pieces, and this was shared by Two Set Violin a while ago, but I love it so much that I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and share it too. It's just great stuff. And near the end of the performance, the orchestra does something unexpected. How great is that? I just love it. Whips up. The first time I heard this was actually on Sirius Radio, and I was like, whose performance of that? It's just so incredibly exciting. And I even went on their Facebook page for Sirius, and I was like, hey, who did that performance? Who was conducting? What was the ensemble? They never responded to me. Not so good at their social media stuff. Hopefully they can do better in the future. I don't know. But I finally did see it when Two Set Violin shared it. I was like, that's the recording! So exciting. And it's kind of, one of the comments is like, it's like Santa Claus is conducting the piece, but he whips the orchestra up. I've actually done something similar when I've done Hoedown. When I've done that with Copeland, I've had the orchestra kind of yell out some hoot and hollers, which could be a lot of fun. Michael Tilson Thomas does that as well. Not in this particular piece though, and there's just something so earthy and powerful about it. I just think it's awesome. So the next time I do Scheherazade, you know, if you're playing in the orchestra or if you're in the audience, you should expect this. So something to look forward to there. Now before I get to number 5, a little update. Last week I thought the video was a little long, so I did not include a puppy cam. Some of the viewers were like, Bruce, where's the puppy cam? What's going on? Like, why aren't we knowing what's up with the puppy? So I'm pleased to provide this update, puppy cam. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed the very first week, actually, but my dogs were kind of playing with each other, one up on the couch. This couch in this room, they're allowed on. And one of my older dogs, Nina, she was on the top, and our new puppy, Rex, was down below and kind of playing that way just a little bit because Rex couldn't get up on that couch yet. So the other day, though, I came in and I saw this. The evidence. Now, Rex is the one who plays with that toy, so I was like, wait, does that mean that Rex has been up here? I was a little disappointed because I wanted to capture it on camera the first time he actually got up there because he kept trying and failing and trying and failing. Some of it was great moments, really cute seeing him fall off. But here we go, and if you wait for it, is he going to do it? There's my puppy. That's right. My little boy's growing up. So that was big news in our household, and actually Rex is really doing great. He's listening and knows his name, and he's learned a few basic commands. So here's one. Sit. Sit. Will he do it? Very impressive. So big news in our house. Apologies for no update last week for the puppy. But again, I thought the video was just a little bit too long, so no puppy cam last week. But it's back with a vengeance this week and with a little bit of behavior and growth. Very exciting. Okay, and now we're down to number 1, my favorite moment in classical music. And this comes from only a month ago, so relatively recent. You might have seen it because it's definitely made the rounds. It's a really stunning choral performance in a stairway, and it's this four group of guys, and they sing so beautifully. Here's a little sample of this this setting of Ubi Caritas. About a year ago, they posted a recording of O Shenandoah, which I think is recorded in that same hallway, but just beautiful, beautiful singing. I hope you'll take a moment, especially with all the stress going on in the world today. It can be a really lovely, quiet moment and healing and just lovely music. So thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, please take a moment, click subscribe so you'll find out when I post one of these. Click like below and comment about your favorites. I want to hear what you have to say. So thanks very much. I will see you next week.